Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Same flavor today. Chocolate syrup with Italian sweet cream. Let's see, I have about half a container left, so I plan to use it up. So look at this gardener's manicure. It's terrible. And I bent this nail all the way back trying to put my fountain together. That hurt. I don't know, it's probably broken off, but I'm leaving it as long as I can because that's pretty darn short. So anyway, I think it's time for a manicure. Oh dear, time for a doggy intermission. A leaf must have blown by. Well, anyway, today is going to be 72. Should be a really nice day. And maybe that'll give me some energy to get my beans planted. I hope they're still viable because they're still not in the soil. But it's a good thing beans are relatively cheap. I'll just soak some more. So anyway, making progress. I have to plant my stackable planters, and then that will be it, I think, for the garden planting. But then I have to work on my deck, but that shouldn't be too big of a project. The fountain was the biggest job, and that wasn't terrible. It just took a little time. So anyway, cheers. Yep, I'm liking this this chocolate coffee. But I'm looking forward to getting back to my chocolate creamer. So I might try making some nice cream out of this Italian sweet cream too. That and combine it with whipped cream. I did that a day last week and it turned out really good. The problem with making the nice cream like that, though, is you have to eat it right away, and anything left over gets hard as a rock. But if you let it sit out for a while, it's good. So using up what I have, trying to make some room in my life, and also trying to save some money. So it's a twofold process that works pretty well. And it makes me happy. It makes me feel like I haven't wasted my money. So I'm glad that it's not so hot today because I didn't realize that my backyard would be this sunny. I'm really surprised because I do have trees all around me, but my little garden spot, the way the sun comes up all day, it stays sunny, so hopefully I'll get some good vegetables this year. At least that is the plan, so we'll see. And if it's not worth the effort, I can always just plant flowers. That would be pretty. Just plant the whole garden full of flowers. Maybe down the road, when vegetable gardening gets to be too hard, that's something that I can consider. I don't think I would get rid of all my city pickers unless I absolutely had to. They aren't that expensive. I think they run about $40 now. When I first bought mine, they were, I think, like $28. So, but they've gone up too. But it makes gardening fairly easy. Now, I don't do it the way that you're supposed to do it, of course not, because I like to experiment. But you're supposed to actually water them from the little opening that's there and put mulch over the top so that the water and the fertilizer actually stay inside. But I've been gardening with these city picker boxes for years, so I just do my own thing. But I do really, really like the raised ones. It makes it so easy. And I don't have to bend over, which is the best part of it. So, okay, since my dogs are insisting on having a concert this morning, I'm going to enjoy my coffee, and I will meet you at the budget book. Okay, back at the budget book. So yesterday I did not spend any money, and today I probably won't spend any money either because I'm staying home. And I'll tell you, all this work that I have to do has really been keeping me in check in as far as spending money. So I hope for that process to continue because I have some bills I really need to get paid off. And I think once I get those paid off, then it'll free up a little bit of cash for some other things. Because right now, I've got myself in a spot where with inflation and everything is going to pay off bills. So I just have to tighten the belt. Pretty soon it's going to be so tight that I'm going to be skinny. So anyway, it's my plan in June not to spend a whole lot because really there's nothing that I need. The garden is pretty much, I have what I need for that. I may need to get a couple more bags of dirt or compost, but other than that, I've got lots of seeds. I've got lots of everything. So I really don't plan on buying a lot of tchotchkes and stuff for my deck. I have things for that I've had for years. So I think I'm good. So I hope you guys are doing well too, and that your financial burden isn't too heavy. So, and when you look at your investments, good Lord, everything's going down the tubes anyway. So, I think it's time to make a plan B, because I need to start putting a little bit more into an emergency fund. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing okay, and I'll be back in a little bit, and we'll see what's going on. Well, here it is, the radish that's taking over the world. Look at the size of this guy. Or girl, must be a girl because it's producing seeds. It's huge. So I'm letting it go to seed because that was a volunteer, and I'm sure that it's a strong stock. So if you have volunteers, think about saving the seeds from those because you know, they're already used to your environment. And look at the size of that radish. It's closer to the size of a beet. I don't imagine it would taste good anymore, but I'll give it a taste once this gal is done producing all her seeds. Well, here's my volunteer beet. I'm going to be pulling little seedlings out of these city pickers all summer. This is just the little tiny bit of stuff from trees. Yeah. Mother Nature. All these little tiny seedlings need to be pulled out eventually. Ugh. So the puppies are enjoying the morning with me. Beautiful, beautiful morning. It's a little bit cool, but it's very pleasant. And this is what all the hard work is about. Just hanging out here with my doggies. Hi, buddy. Are you eating all my lettuce? I think you are. It's kind of looking a little cut off there in the front. I think you did that. Well, it's good that you're enjoying it. Are you my good boy? Yes, you're my good boy. It's nice out here, isn't it? Yes, we like it out here. All right. See you later. So this morning, I'm just hanging out here in my backyard, enjoying the morning and having my coffee and just taking in the very peaceful backyard. So if you can, create your own sanctuary, even if you just take a chair and put up an umbrella somewhere and sit in the shade. Take your beverage with you and enjoy your day. Even if you don't have a little tiny backyard or a big yard, you can still enjoy nature. You can go to the park. There's lots of places you can go. And if you don't drive, you can walk. Walk around your community and see where you can find nice, peaceful places where you can take your lunch and enjoy your lunch with nature. It's the little things in life that make it special. We all have things that happen to us that are not pleasant, but it's all in your attitude and how you get through those things and how you come out on the other side. So if you're feeling depressed or things just aren't going your way, then, this too shall pass. And try to think of things in a little bit different mindset. Because your attitude and your mindset really dictate your life and how it goes. Because like I said, we all have things that happen in our life that are not pleasant or devastating, or it happens with all of us. So try and find something positive even in really bad things that happen. If you can look back on good times and keep those in your heart. And I know it's hard. It's really hard. But I think in order to be happy individuals, it's what we have to do in order to get through this life. And it's truly a gift. It really is. So if you're going through a hard time, do as many things in a day that you can think of that bring you joy and happiness, even if you don't feel like it. Just take one little step and then another little step, and it'll get you through. So, okay, I'm going to finish my coffee. That makes me happy. I still have to plant a few things. I've got my shovel ready. I have to get my elephant ears in the pots and get my beans planted. All right, I will be back later. Well, today ended up turning into a Sunday pajama day, and it felt really good. So this morning I was out in the garden for a little bit. I enjoyed that a lot. And it was actually a nice day to work in the garden, but I didn't. I just did some deadheading and just sort of enjoyed the garden instead of working. So that was nice, and then I came in and it's like, there's really some chores I need to do in the house. So I had bought some, Aldi's has their own version of, I forget what it is, something earth. They're like ground vegan meat. And I bought a few packages of it, but then I ended up not really liking it very much. So, and I brought some back from my mom's house. It was in the freezer over there. So I ended up adding a bunch of stuff to it. I added some bread ends that I had. I just wanted to use things up. So I added those. I added some oatmeal. I had dried some peppers and celery. I chopped that up. I had a piece of red onion that I chopped up and a bunch of spices, and I put it all in, and I ended up making vegetarian meatloaf. Now, it would have been vegan, except I added an egg. But if you want to make it vegan, you can, add a flax egg. So, and it's actually really good. And I had some ketchup and mustard and plum sauce that I mixed together and put on top of it. The plum sauce, I just want to use that up. So, and then, since I had to open a soy milk for the not meatloaf, I ended up making some soy yogurt, and I have some probiotic capsules that I've had for a while, so I used 4 of those, 2 different kinds, and I'm making some yogurt. And then I was out of my iced tea, so I made that. Dishes needed to be done, so, but I just took my time and just didn't rush through the day. And it was really a pleasant day, just kind of slow living and just very, very enjoyable. And so I still didn't plant my beans, but oh well, I tell myself, I can always go get a few beans to plant if they aren't viable anymore. But I'm to a point where I'm tired of the deadline. Oh, you got to get this done by this day, or you got to get this done by that day. And then I also had some bills I needed to pay, so I didn't want to be late on those. So I don't know. It's like everything is on a schedule. Everything is on a time frame. You got to get this done by this day, and So I'm trying to be a little more proactive and just take my time and work my way through the things that I need to get through. So I don't want that urgency constantly, because that is stressful. I think most of us are stressed out with that. So, and I'm very happy that I'm using up the food that I have. Like, even that Aldi's meat, not meat, it's really good now that I added other things to it. It didn't make a good hamburger, and I didn't like it in a spaghetti. It just had kind of a strange texture to me. So that's why I decided to make it into a meatloaf, and it worked out great. So I have a friend. She likes to cuddle with me. So the puppies and I had a really nice day, and since they made their own doggy door, especially this little one, she just loves sitting out there. She just sits on the stairs and she looks around and she lets herself out, right? You let yourself out and then you let yourself in. Yep. So they're really having a good time with that doggy door they made. I hope I don't get a chipmunk in the house. I saw those 2 chasing each other across the yard this morning. So as long as they stay outside, I'm okay with that. But I certainly don't want them in the house, and they wouldn't last long in here with the dogs. They'd be toast. So anyway, that was my day today, and I hope you guys all had a wonderful, relaxing Sunday. It was very relaxing. I decided you gotta put the brakes on a little bit. Just slow down. You're moving too fast. Wasn't that a song? I forget who did that song. Slow down, you move too fast. something, something, make it last. So, okay, I won't quit my day job. So anyway, that's pretty much all I have for you today, my friends. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.